Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alyssa and I'm 25. I'm a wife. I've been happily married for 5 going on 6 years, and I'm a mom to 2 beautiful boys, a 3 and a 4-year-old. And we're currently living in Portland, Oregon. My love for makeup is really what brought me here. That and the support of my husband and my mom and them giving me that little push that I needed to get started. But anyways, makeup has always been something that I've enjoyed doing. It's always been one of my passions. And recently I've been getting asked a lot of questions as far as how to do your eyebrows, or how to put on fake eyelashes, how to choose the right shade and foundation, or which foundation do I recommend. Well, so I decided that a channel would be the way to go to be able to answer everybody's questions. And I I love all things makeup, and I love talking about it, so why not, right? So that brings me to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about foundation, how to apply it, concealer, how to apply it, and some of the different ways that you can use it. And I'm going to be doing 2 different techniques. So one is going to be using a beauty sponge blender, and just a regular foundation brush. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've washed my face, exfoliated, and moisturized it. Now what I'm going to do is, before I start anything, is prime it. Today I'm going to be using the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. And I can't stress enough how important it is to have a good skincare routine, because if your skin is unhealthy, your makeup foundation is not going to be as flawless as you want. So exfoliate at least once a week. Make sure that your skin is clean and moisturized before you get started. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, go in with my NYX primer and just apply an even amount. If you guys see me looking off to the side a little bit, it's just because I'm trying to get a better look in the mirror, making sure I'm getting everything. And now this primer is a very hydrating primer, which I've been needing because of the cold weather. My skin has just been really drying out. My cheeks and like around my mouth area in particular. I do have combination skin, normal to oily combination skin. But this has definitely helped. Anyways, so my primer is on and I'm gonna get started. Today I'm going to be using Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I really like this stuff. For one thing, it's super cheap. It's like $4 maybe, depending on what store you go to. There's not a whole lot of selection as far as shades, so you might have to buy 2 different kinds to just mix and match to get your shade. But I do think that this is pretty close to Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet. I feel like the finish and the feel of it is pretty similar. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started on this side. I am going to be using my sponge on this side to blend this out, which is why I'm putting more product, because the sponges do soak up a lot of product. So what I like to do before I go in and blend is I like to put it under running water and just kind of let it soak up all of the water and then squeeze it out before I get started. So okay, so this side is pretty much blended out. I'm going to bring it down because we want to have that same color all the way down. Just blend. Okay, so this side is done. And now I'm going to go in on this side with my foundation brush. Like I said, this side I'm not going to need as much because this particular brush does a really good job of buffing out the foundation and not soaking up too much. So that's why I'm not using too much on this side. As you can see, those 2 dots pretty much was enough for this whole side of my face. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Studio Skin in the shade Light Medium. So concealer can go on before foundation or after. I only put it before my foundation if I have just like a blemish or an area that I need to pay extra close attention to. What I'm doing right now is just putting it under my eyes because it's going to act as my highlighter as well, and also gives me a little extra coverage for my tired eyes. But concealer it's great. It's really good at covering up, like I was saying, the blemishes that you might be having, or if you have dark spots or age spots. It's a really good idea to use that before you apply your foundation. So after primer, before foundation. And that'll just give you the extra coverage that you need in that area without the cake feel of having a lot of foundation on. Okay, so now I'm going to go in on this side and I'm going to blend this out with a brush. And it's just a regular, it looks like a paintbrush really. But any flat brush like that would do the job. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a finishing powder. This is NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. Sorry, you guys can't really see the shade, but it's a little yellowy. So I'm going to go in with this brush. It's Morphe M438. And the first layer is really thin, and I kind of brush it out, or buff it out really. Blend it out. And the second layer I go in is definitely more product, and I just kind of set it on top and let it bake. And I really like this brush because it does a really good job with getting in the little crevices and, you know, little creases and stuff. And again, here, let me give you guys, it's like tapered and just nice and fluffy. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to do the same with my forehead. I'm not a big fan of using concealer on my forehead. I feel like it just doesn't look right at the end of the day for me. So what I found that works is just using the same banana powder that I use to highlight my under eye. I use on my forehead and just kind of let it bake there as well, and that acts as the little highlight that I want for this area. Next, I'm just going to go in with a kabuki brush and set the rest of my face and prep it for the next step. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with just, this is just a Real Technique brush, angled brush. So I'm going to dab that in my Kat Von D contour palette. It's going to be the darkest shade right here. So I'm just going to lightly dab, I'll show you guys, lightly dab my brush, kind of shake off any of the extra excess powder, and just work my way up here, all the way down. So I'm just going to continue blending this out and adding a few more products, and I'll get back to you with the finished look. Thanks, guys. So here it is. Here's the finished look. As you can see, both sides look pretty similar. My favorite just has been using the sponge. As I said before, my skin has been really dry in certain areas, and this has really helped to just kind of lock in that moisture. They both have their pros and cons to it. This side, less product. This side, more product. But I feel like overall, the sponge does give an airbrush finish. However, try them both. See what you like and let me know. So if you guys have any questions or any requests that you want to see, or if you want me to go more in depth with something, let me know. I can't wait to hear from you guys. So stay tuned for next week's video.